Alright. Okay. YouTube now has it. Are you sure? There we go. I say it's got to be somewhere. All right. Let's see. Alrighty. So today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. So instead of doing ready or not, I'm going to do satisfactory. Like I did try and start doing it, as you can see, like relatively earlier this year. I didn't try and record or anything. I tried to get back into it. I think that was right around the time 1.1. I think it was 1.1 launched. And now we're on 1.2, but it's been on 1.2 for a little bit now. And then this one, as you can see, I have like over 200 hours in it, and I was kind of close to end game. I was like one or two phases away from it. But I can't even show you that world. I just hopped over to it, and I remembered, oh yeah, I ripped up almost everything from it because I'm replacing a lot of things because I didn't like how it was. Then I was going to try and optimize everything. So that'll probably happen in this playthrough at some point. Alright, so where do I want to be? Ooh. I forgot where I started last time. I think I started here. I think I started here last time. But yeah, decided to do something a little bit different, because this is a game that I do thoroughly enjoy. And then another game I do enjoy a lot is Oxygen Not Included. But
separation from main transport complete. Group A delivered to Calistian region.
I love
All
this play.
pioneers functional. Initiating dispersion. Attention Pioneer, I am Ada, your personal instance of the Artificial Directory and Assistant. Welcome to the Fixit Incorporated Save the Day program. A Fixit Pioneer has 3 core assignments. Construct. All pioneers must follow Fixit guidelines and instructions when constructing any building. Automate. Every pioneer is responsible for setting up and managing efficient pipelines, outposts, and power infrastructure. Explore and exploit. Fixit selected planets are rich with resources suitable for direct use or further investigation. Stay within your designated. And that is why the world is counting on pioneers like you. Fixit. Short-term solutions to long-term problems. Initiating planetfall. Atmospheric entry in 3, 2, 1. Beginning arrow assist. Drag within acceptable parameters. Descent phase begun. Decelerating.
Oh.
Deploying parachute. Deploying backup parachute. Skipping parachute.
Skipping
Landing phase
parachute.
begun. Activating retro propulsion. Touchdown. Planetfall complete. Drop pod integrity nominal. Omni-situational exploration suit nominal. Pioneer. Acceptable.
Acceptable. I appreciate it, Ada. I feel like I am acceptable at this game. I'm not super great.
Congratulations. You are the third in your region to survive planetfall. Welcome to Massage 2, AB-B, in the binary system of Akicha.
Yes, this looks very familiar. Alright.
Loading objective-based introduction. Begin onboarding.
Hold on, Ada. I have to check a thing.
Bluetooth disconnected. To Massage 2.
Okay, so it is working, it's just not working through my headset. That's odd. Okay. I'll do it at 30 and we'll see how that is. Might be okay.
Next objective. Dismantle the drop pod. Fix it incorporated as cost-effective and efficient. We do not waste. The drop pod will be recycled to construct the first stage of the habitat and utility base, often referred to as the hub. Next objective. Use the resource scanner to find and collect additional iron to be able to build the hub. If you cannot find iron, be assured scans of the planet have revealed sufficient iron sources.
I don't think this is where I want to be.
Potential edible collected. Eating it and surviving does not count as a valid field test and does not generate enough data for Fixit to make an informed decision. Store this potential resource for later use.
I will, however, need all of this lovely, lovely stuff. There's a very specific spot that I usually like to build. Oh, stop. Thank you. Ow.
This
Okay.
semi-slug species seems to persist entirely through absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings.
Okay, how many of you
Studying this
are
could provide
here?
new
3.
methods for improving
Okay.
Fixit production line efficiency. Store this potential resource for later use.
I don't feel like battling you guys. Ow. I can't scoot away. This is where I built my hub. Yes, this is where I built my hub last time. Y'all are just gunning me down. Oh, that's not fair. No. I got one. they're about to get me. Oh, there's two. There's three.
Samples of new alien species acquired.
Have
Notable
not
features are
not
blunt
really done a
teeth,
whole lot of
suggesting it
fighting
is herbivorous,
in
and a thickly
quite a
plated
while on this
skull
game.
and spine, suggesting it is proficient at inflicting and receiving blunt force trauma. Preserve the remains for later study.
Might have to turn my mouse down a little bit. There we go. This is where I want to be. Not super ideal, but it's not terrible. There's quite a bit of resources here. Ooh, shit. I forgot about that. No, no, no. Y'all can stay away from me. Yeah, go back. How do you crouch again in this game? Aha. Of course it's C. Why wouldn't it be C? But the main reason why I like building here is because there's coal, iron, copper, limestone. It's all within a pretty close distance to each other.
Interrupting previous message for higher priority message. Next objective. Use the build gun to construct the hub. Iron is a base component necessary for all near future progress, so ensure you build the hub close to iron sources. Fix-It does not pay by the kilometer.
But why not? Paying by the kilometer is better. Not by resources. I should have just about enough to keep me afloat for a minute. Whenever I go out gathering other resources, I'll pick up some more stuff. Alright, let's go ahead and build. It's not really going to matter too much. But I am going to place it somewhere right about here. Yeah,
Hub
right about there,
foundation
good.
built. The hub terminal and crafting bench are only the humble beginnings of a successful Fix-It pioneer, but essential for the next steps
Oh,
of
and the lovely,
onboarding.
lovely crafting
Once
table.
finished, the hub will function as your base of operations. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 1.
And this is the fun part of the beginning of Satisfactory. I try to get away from this stage as quick as possible. Now I'm gonna need a handful of each. Let's make it to where I can get 20 plates. Alright, so there is both of those. No. Oh, I can't build that yet. Okay. My bad.
Hub Upgrade 1, Storage and Frame, completed. Equipment like the portable miner can now be made in the workshop. Congratulations on completing your first milestone, the first of many providing access to new recipes and technologies for the Fix-It mission. Next objective, complete Hub Upgrade 2.
I will do that here in a moment, Ada. Alright, so let's go ahead. We'll just... What is it? This is... I think the generator is going to be on that side, so... Toss that down. Alright, and then what do I need for a portable miner? Oh, I can make one. Sweet. I have just barely enough resources. Alright, so... Yes, I know. Storage. Cool. Great. Okay, so I need a handful more. Actually, I'm going to need a handful of both. While we are here, though, let's go ahead and store some of our valuables. Yeah, while that's doing its thing, collect some more stuff. Because once I get the base built, I can get my first bit of power going. I'm going to need plenty of biomass for that until I can unlock the chainsaw. And then I can run over to that nice forest area and start cutting everything down. But I will not be recording this upcoming weekend because I'll be going out of town. So while that's happening, I have videos that I'm going to be trying to edit. That way I can get at least one thing posted for this weekend to kind of make up for not actually being able to stream. Oh, stop it. I want leaves, not ore. And that is something that I am going to try to start doing on a more regular basis, is having videos ready, but I don't know when that'll be more consistent. It's just a matter of whenever I have free time to... Fuck. Whenever I have free time to do it. No. Stop. I want the leaf. Whatever. It's fine. I did kind of forget that there's a lot of these things around here. Our little portable miner should already be at 100. Yep. Gets to 100 pretty quick. Okay, but while this is happening, so like I said, is I will try and have a video ready for this weekend. I don't know exactly if I will or not, but it is something I'm going to try to do. I'm going to have a bit of like ready or not stuff that I'm going to be editing and uploading. Kind of some of the missions that you've already seen me play through, but it's just going to be a much nicer video. If I can find it at some point in time, there's one of the people, I don't know if he's been in one of my streams or not. His name is Rico, and he did a really good ready or not edit. I want to try to do something like that. So, try to get those going. Try to get some like really nice edits and maybe even have a couple of shorts at some point in time. I'll start doing some Satisfactory. I'll probably do a mix of streaming and streaming and editing the videos for Oxygen Not Included. Same thing with this. But right now I'm just kind of planning on doing a stream for it, not really trying to like make videos for it. So I don't know exactly how I want to try and go about either one of those processes. That's something I'm still trying to figure out with my busy schedule. Let's see. I think I'll go up to 50. I think that should be fine. And then I'll go up to 50 for... maybe I'll go a little bit past 50. We'll see. We'll stop it right there at 70. And then we'll have roughly 70 rods. Alright, that way we can start blowing through some of this. I need copper.
Power and shell completed.
Okay,
the
so if I need copper,
raw ore such as copper and iron into ingots, and the biomass burner generates power when fueled. Fun fact: most of the native flora and fauna is compatible with Fix-It technology. Fueling the biomass burner with inappropriate materials will result in deductions or even cancellation of your yearly bonus. Next objective: complete hub upgrade 3.
I know copper. Oh, it's up there. That's right. Copper is right over here. I don't know exactly how close I can get to these. I might as well take out both of them since there's 2 copper nodes over here. If you're ever thinking about getting into a game like this, don't expect the starting to be very pretty. Also doesn't have to be very pretty for the start, it just has to be functional. I mean, there's one of my friends, and oh my god, I've looked at his base, and I'm just kind of like, dude, how is your stuff even working? Because some of the stuff that he has is just, it's defying physics. That, and it's an absolute mess. There's just stuff everywhere. Like, he's got all sorts of belts running across each other. He's got all of his resources in all sorts of different places. Hell, he's even making like duplicates and stuff of some resources in other areas. And he's like, oh, hey, I didn't know I had that here. But, I mean, I had 100... Yeah. I think 100 more hours than him, or 100 less. And, I mean, I was significantly a better looking base. Before I end the stream, I will hop over there, but I know for a fact I will not be able to get that part of the save file back where I had everything built. But I will show you some of the infrastructure that I had, and it'll be kind of reminiscent of what I'm going to do here. However, I am not. I say this because it absolutely sucked doing it. I am not going to do the Belt Highway again. That took forever to do, took forever to collect the resources, and just, it sucked. I'm not doing it again. I know y'all don't have any idea of what I'm talking about whenever I say the Belt Highway. But like I said, I'll hop over there and show that to y'all here in just a minute. I know I said later, but I'll just do it now. Because I had my central hub right where I'm currently at, where I had everything just coming here. I had plates, I had rods, I had wires, cables, rotors, like everything that I was making was coming to this location. And it's not like I was doing everything here. Is there a map? I think there is a map. However, you're supposed to get to it. But I had stuff coming from all the way over there. I had stuff coming from all the way over there. I had stuff being made, what is it, right over here on the other side of this mountain. I had stuff being made over there. Stuff was just coming from everywhere. And that was the part that sucked. Is, like I said, having that belt highway where everything converged to one point. Then it was only like tier 2. I think it was like tier 2 belts. So if I ever did do something like that again, 1, it would be a sushi belt, and 2, it would be at a later stage. It would not be super early on. It would be whenever I have like tier 4 belts, tier 5 belts. That way I'm not waiting forever for stuff to get from one location to another. I'm gonna need a handful of cables. That'll work. That'll do. Alright, so first off, we are going to need our smelt. I thought I already have access to belts. Let me guess, that's here? Nope, power poles. Ugh, game. Why must you hate me so? Guess I gotta do a little bit more crafting. Okay, is there one more? And that gets me my belts. I need concrete.
Completed. The constructor can produce simple parts, and power poles allow for the expansion of the power grid. When you make the inevitable mistake, Fixit's dismantling feature is designed to salvage all resources used during construction, in line with our zero-waste policy. We understand that Fixit pioneers are only human and thus prone to error. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 4.
Yes, y'all come over here. God bless it. Need you to close. Thank you. That is the only annoying part about being over here, is there's very little concrete, but that part doesn't really bother me too much. It does in the beginning, because I kind of need concrete. Because usually what I'll end up doing, like this is the third or fourth time that I've built over here. It is a little bit slower whenever I do build over here. If I build at the other place that's like right across the way from here, I think there's a little bit more copper. There's more limestone, but there's less iron, if I remember correctly. Alright, that should suffice. Now I gotta go make concrete. Ugh, screws. Screws are the bane of any Satisfactory player's existence in the beginning. But I have a semi-good way of going about it. Ooh, I know I don't have enough iron. I know I don't have enough iron on me either. Well, here, let's just go ahead and toss this stuff in real quick. That. This is where those little miners come in handy. Because you could just... Oh wow, actually I have a lot more iron ore than I thought I had on me. Because you can just place them down in the beginning and just kind of let them go. Or, if you choose to play this with one or two other friends, you can make this whole process of setting up and getting out of phase 0 and into phase 1 so much faster. Actually, having just one friend can push you into, I think, phase 2 within the first 30 minutes to an hour of your gameplay. Is that going to be enough? Yeah, that'll be enough. It's just because you could be sitting here doing like auto crafting and stuff like that while you're trying to get your smelters and stuff set up and trying to get into your tier 2 belts and tier 3 belts to kind of speed things up while they're gathering resources that you need. Oh my god, there's 5.
Landing platform and utilities completed. Conveyor belts connect the output of one building to the input of another and transport resources. Due to past incidents, I have been asked to issue a clarification. Portable miners, obviously, do not have a connection for conveyor belts. There is nothing to suggest, visually or functionally, that they can be connected to portable miners. If this is something you struggle with, do not worry. Fixit has alternative uses for all their pioneers. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 5.
I love Ada. It's even better whenever you actually get into the trains, which I have not done. A lot of what I typically do is kind of localize a lot of my stuff for whatever I need, and then I just have them get transported by the little tractors. I mean, it works good enough for me, so. And it kind of gives me an additional use for the what is it? Petroleum coke? Or petroleum coal? Or something like that. Whenever you get further in the game. Okay, so I've got that. Ooh. I was too busy making the cables that I forgot about the rods. But that's usually what I'll end up running all of my equipment on. Alright, let's get out of hub upgrade.
Hub upgrade 5,
And
expansion
we're not there.
completed. The miner, unlike portable miners, can be
Come on,
connected
I'm
to
wanting-
conveyor belts
I'm
and
wanting
requires
biomass.
power to function. Caution, as you expand,
Okay.
the energy demand of your production may exceed the capacity of your power grid.
I don't know when I
The
got both
onboarding
of those,
program
but
was established because Fixit pioneers often experience memory issues after planetfall. If you are experiencing nosebleeds, nausea, existentialism, or an itchy scalp, there is no need for concern. This should pass within 5 to 7 workdays. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 6.
actually, let me go over here, grab this guy. Because now I'm far enough along that I can somewhat start doing automation. Right. Constructor, smelter, container. Yeah, I could pretty much do it. It's 4, it's 4, it's 5. Might have to flip from one system to the next, but I can make do. I would really prefer to get into biomass though. Alright, So, let me actually help this guy out real quick. Because I need iron now. Because I'm going to make a handful of these and kind of drop them on a couple of the different nodes. Especially the limestone one. This is the one part that I hate, is the beginning, because it's such a slow process. There is a faster way of going about it. Like, you can go over to crash sites, I think is what they're called. And you can gather up quite a bit of resources by doing that. That way you don't have to necessarily go through this whole process, but as you could tell from earlier, my fighting skills aren't exactly the best, but you don't really need to fight them. You could do kind of like how I was doing and just like scoot around them most of the time, pick up a lot of the resources that you need. As soon as I get out of hub upgrade, that's whenever I'll take all over to the other world and do a quick exploration. Alright, let's go ahead and do 30 plates. I know that's more than 30 plates, but I'm talking about like 30 plates for over here for what I've already turned into ingots. Turn the rest of these into rods. No. I'm gonna do that. I will go ahead. I can make 14? I'm not gonna make 14. I'll make 6. 6 seems like a good number. Alright, grab these. Drop you down. So there's 1. Let's get some copper production. Pick up a little bit more leaves. I don't know why I'm going all the way to each node. I should actually be looking at the nodes. I'll leave that there for now. Alright, and then how many more of these do I have? It doesn't say. I have 3 more. So I have 2 on iron. I'll do limestone for 3. 3 sounds okay. No, I want to get into biomass. But I'll make it so much quicker. How far am I? Quite a ways. Let's go ahead and plop down. We'll do 1, 2, 3. And then, do I have access to containers? I do. Is it shift? Come on. Ah, it's control. That's what it is. Okay. So place you down there. Place you down. And you're choosing... Oh, you don't have enough plates. That's why you're choosing to be funky. Let's make a couple more plates. Grab ourselves another container. Oh, and we're missing rods. I'm gonna need plates and rods for the belts too. Just remember that. The fun part of starting the factory. Alright, so I'm sitting at just about 30 for that. So I'll go ahead and I'll make 12. Oh, 1 more. There we go. Yep, because that takes 10 and 10. Do that. Belts. Having jetpacks is so nice. I miss my jetpack. Alright, so all 3 of those are hooked up. These only produce 20. What is my current grid? Oh, I can actually place a little bit more than that if I really wanted to. Let's see. I'm got iron. Got iron and copper. I may not even use that second one. Alright, so this one will be for iron. This one will be for copper. For the time being. Actually, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and deconstruct this. No need. And then let's go ahead. Production, constructor. Goddamn plates. Which require screws. But that's not what I want to do. I have a handful of plates. What is it? 5 plates each? 6 plates. 12 screws. Alright, and then what does it take to drop a miner? Concrete. Okay, so before we even get started on this, since I'm already going through this whole process now, I might as well get something semi set up. Not have it just be halfway made. Crafting bench. Oh, I meant to pick you up. Alright, and then let's make a handful of concrete. Oh my god, 300 only make 100. God. I can make 7. No, I can't. I could just primarily start with iron right now and then work my way from there. I'll do that. Long one. And that should be plenty to get me started. So let's take the miner. I'll angle it something like that. Then we'll go ahead and grab a smelter. Then we'll place it down a little bit further away. Do something kind of like that. To a constructor. That's right, that requires plates. That's only going to make ingots. You know what? I'll go ahead and I'll do that first. That's fine. We'll do that. I'll take you. Bring you out to about here. Go ahead and do that. Alright, so right now we're just going to have you make iron. That's the only bad part about these belts. They're so slow. Because if I just power one of these, it's 20. I already have 9. Let me go get the other. I gotta get a constructor set up. Oh, I could just have concrete already made. That's all I need, right? Yep, 2 plates. Cool. Right, let's take you offline. Take you over to here. You come this way. And this is where the iron would come in handy. But as of right now, I'm just going to be scooting along. No, I don't need this. I need one of these. And I don't have enough cable. Cool. Oh, why don't you hold on to that for me? I'm going to get this set up first, because concrete is going to be one of the slower processes. Alright, let's go ahead, constructor. I think I could place two down once I get better belts. Okay, let's go from here to here. And then, do I have enough? Probably not. I definitely do not. You will make concrete. Let's take you, hook you up. Alright, so, until I can actually get out of this stage, hopefully soon. My god. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and toss some leaves in there. Do I have enough resources for... I need iron. Of course I need iron. Always need iron. Okay, while that's doing that, I guess I'll go make iron by hand. I just want to get out of this. You know what? Actually, I'm going to. Right, let's go ahead. Save this real quick. Yeah, just save, and then let's go ahead. What is it? This one? No, not this one. I don't want to wait anymore. I'll go show you all what I had previously done in my 300-hour world. which, like I said, it's a little bare bones at the moment because I am currently in the process of ripping it apart. I only get on every once in a blue moon. So I started doing something, forgot about it, didn't like how everything else looked, and now the base is bare. But again, it'll be set up very similarly to how it is set up at the moment. Well, at the moment, for what I'm about to show you. Just minus the belt highway. Because you'll see, it is stupid long, took an outrageous amount of time and resources for early game. I think I was building this up until like tier 3. So I have this massive central hub for where everything was coming in. Do I have... Okay, good. I do have my biofuel. And this is my sink for where I was bringing everything in, but where I'm currently building is right over where that thing is. I'll show you all that here in a minute. But this is what I was talking about back here, how there's, I think that's iron. It's iron or copper. I know that's copper back there because you can see it on this belt. There's more iron underneath here. And then for over here, I have my truck station. That's going into several sinks. Just because, or not sinks, depots. Just because it's always nice to have resources on you. Okay, good. I didn't rip up this entirely. I'm not going to go all the way back here and show y'all everything, but this is getting me some of the resources that I do need. Like quartz, quartz clusters, quartz dust. That's the closest point for over here. Or the easiest point for over here. There's my little truck. Well, one of them. So I have quartz production happening over there. I have aluminum production happening over there. I have steel production happening over there. Let's go ahead and hop in this guy. You can kind of see a little bit of the remnants of steel right there, which I still have the truck depot. But I'll take you over to the steel factory. Oh, this is another thing you will see me build early game. It is the best way, in my opinion, to get around early game. When did I do this? Okay. Sure. You'll see me build these massive ladder towers, and you can even see that one all the way over there. I left that one alone, but I tore this one down because base had to be put here. There used to be one over there, same thing. I got tired of it. You can see that one as well. That is my coal. I think I started doing steel as well. I don't have a, whatchamacallit, that thing. Is it under here? This is new. Or it's new to me. Hypertube. That's what it is. But for here, this is where I had everything coming to. I had like 20 or so containers stacked up here. Where's this? I had like 20 or so containers stacked 3 high. Whole bunch of belts just coming down this all the way up here, up to here. It sucked. This is nothing special. I have the slugs going into here, getting made into power shards, coming back out. I have biomass that comes into here, so for all the creatures that I kill, and that gets turned into biofuel, which is what I'm currently using. You will see that I do have better power. You can see it from here. But I choose to use biofuel because it burns for a lot longer. That's it. I don't really go for speed. I go for something that's pretty reliable. So let's go ahead and make our way over to the oil fields. What do I have? Nope, we're going over to aluminum production. My bad. Shows you how long I've been on, or how long I haven't been on this world. So, for over here, I've got, of course, my truck depot that's taking all of the... What is it taking? Plastic, rubber? That's it? Yeah, I guess just plastic and rubber. And then it's taking the silica back over to here. And I believe it's getting dumped into these to help with the aluminum production. Yes. Alternate recipes. They're really, really nice. I have that going all the way up there so I can actually obtain the aluminum. And then I have a drone station, but that's for stuff that I was working on for late game. As you can see, I did do a little bit of cheatiness. This was before they ended up updating the game, but I have more summer sloops than you should have. I have a lot more immerse spheres than you should have. It's because there was a glitch that you could do with the carts, and I absolutely destroyed it. Because I was like, I want as many as I can. I want to have upgrades for all my machines, and I never did the upgrading part, but I did put a bunch of dimensional depots down. They're great uses for middle points, but if you're playing the game legit, you only want to use them for things that you are going to actually need on a very regular basis. Okay, and then this one. That one that's not hooked up to anything was going back to the main base. But yeah, you want to have it hooked up to a lot of your main stuff that you're going to be using. So your concrete, your screws, your plates, you know, all your normal stuff. Just zip on through here right quick. Just plop down. No. Plop down on top of the coal stack. Or not. I'm about to run out. Come on. That's the reason why I use biofuel. So, this is the power plant facility. I have all of the oil and stuff coming from that node. There's another node somewhere around here. I don't exactly remember where. But yeah, that's running all of these generators. They're along the outer perimeter. So all those generators, all of these are coal, which is being produced by some of these. I think I did it like every other one. That's producing rubber, plastic. Oh no, it's being produced by the heavy oil residue. That's right. And then that's being fed into all of these. I have... I think this is... yeah, diluted fuel. Which, honestly, I don't even know... Okay, good. This system is running fine for the most part. Which you will see me do this again. This is a little hard to set up, takes a lot of resources, but once you get this portion down and you slowly fill these up and you make sure that the pipes are almost always full, well, for a good majority of them in the beginning they will be full, but there will be a point where they end up like this and they're not going to stay full. So the system is kind of teeter-tottering a little bit, but you can see I have way more power than I'm going to actually be using. And I do have a little bit of extra help, but that's not here. This big concrete slab running all the way from over there to over here is a train that I was starting to build, but that never ended up happening. Because it's been a while since I've gotten on here. But I will start getting back on here and playing this in my free time, because I do need to kind of get into trains. They are a lot better than the trucks. I like the drones, don't get me wrong. They don't transport resources as well as I would like them to. Same thing with the trucks. You can get a little bit better throughput with the trains. But drones are nice if you don't want to deal with that headache. Or, I feel like it's a headache. So let's head on over to the steel facility. I can show you all that. And then I don't think I have a parachute. Of course you can. I thought I was going to be able to hop in here and actually see what I have in my inventory, but nope. So for steel, I don't have anything super fancy, believe it or not. Despite how far I've gotten, as you can see, I'm on phase 4. Everything runs like fairly efficiently, mostly because I did have a lot of summer sloops that I ended up using kind of in the whole phase of getting everything set up. But a lot of this is mostly just ran off of power shards. And like I said, runs phenomenally. I do not have a parachute. Okay. That is fine. And this is what I mean by you're not going to see super pretty builds with me from time to time. You'll see some areas are going to look nicer than others. But yeah, I got a little bit of coal production here. You can see that I was starting to mess around with trains. I decided to drop 3 of these. Absolutely didn't need them. Just decided I was going to drop them. But I don't remember if it was on this playthrough or if it was on a different playthrough with one of my other friends where I had a really, really nice coal facility. Or not coal. Coal and steel facility set up. This is the one part where rocket fuel would come in handy, but it doesn't take too long to get over to the other coal facility. And I almost never have to make my way over here, so I didn't see much of a use for building hypertubes to come over here. I can't remember. Do I have a truck over here? That might have also been in another playthrough that I was doing. Where am I going? Oh, okay. I thought I was going somewhere completely different. I was like, did I bring that over to the green area or the coal area? Let's see. God damn it. How does this look? Pathetic. But yeah, got a little bit extra coal and stuff going on here. Nothing too crazy. But I know I have done, what was it? I know I have done I don't have any rebar. I usually have shatter rebar for those guys. But I did end up making like a really, really nice facility at one point for all the different areas. Like this was coal and steel, and then same thing with that area way over there. That was coal and steel. They looked nice. They were roughly the size of what they are. Well, that one was about as big as this one, where it stretches from those coal generators all the way out to these coal generators. It was just massive facilities making copious amounts of resources. But I will do something like that again, where I kind of set up big factories that's, I mean, kind of helping other factories. So hopefully I can scoot along pretty quick in this. Maybe I can get farther than what I did in the 200 hours. But we will see how that goes. I have watched a couple people do some speed runs of this game. It's not hard once you get into power to do a speed run for this game. It's just make sure you are making the resources. You can make something look pretty, but have your ugly thing stay up and running. Never tear it down. If you're wanting to get really, really far into the game. Yes, I know WASD to move. What was I building for this? Crap. I don't even remember why I was making that in the first place. I know I needed iron for something. Now I need cables. Plates. Plates is what I need. That way I can go make more miners. Because I want to at least get copper ingots online. That'll make things a little bit easier. I know this is probably already almost full. Yep. I already got used to trying to use the jetpack. Alright, so let's... No. Gonna pick you up, pick you up. Alright, so... The miner doesn't really matter too much on the placement. I'll be fine there. Can have the power grid. Okay. I don't like what is trying to happen here. There is a way that you can shift things. Like, maybe that's why it's not allowing me to do it, because I'm missing cable. Why did you go offline? I'm going to assume you already burned through the leaves. You did, you hog. To be fair, these do not have a very long burn time. Which is why I'm using these instead. Okay, that's right. That's making concrete. Let's make a handful of wire, and then we'll make some more plates and stuff. That way I can kind of get containers set up. That way at least these things don't shut down. I can at least just keep making ingots or some sort of basic material. I can kind of clean it up here in a little bit. I definitely want the concrete one going because I want to build a pad so I can actually set everything up. Make this go by, or not really go by so much faster. It'll make it a lot easier to just build out a footprint. How many plates do I have? Let's go ahead and make some more plates. Make some more rods. That way I can try and get something set up at least. Alright, concrete, how are you doing? Slow and steady? Slow and steady, you're already almost full. Good to hear, good to hear. Okay, you are obviously not facing the right way. Come on. Keep forgetting it's control, not alt. Alright, start having that go into here. Toss those in there. Make my life a little bit easier if I have everything sitting in one spot. Alright, so let's go ahead. What are you doing? And it shut down. Nope, that's not Q. There we go. We'll place all my iron ingots in here for the time being. That's why I want to get those containers set up so quickly. Because whenever the grid shuts down, at least you'll have resources sitting away somewhere. So you're not like, oh, hey, I need to get these back up and running now. No, you got a minute. Unless you've had them running for a while and you just haven't done anything with it. Now you want to work? I don't want you anymore. Let's go ahead, grab a smelter. Get you facing kind of in the right direction. How are you going to be about a belt? You going to be wonky? No, you're not. Thank you. Alright, let's go ahead, grab that, toss that in there. This here. Fill that up a little bit. And then we can take this out to a container that's reasonably placed. We don't have concrete. God damn it. Alright, well, I'm scooting through here. Drop off a little bit more leaves that I picked up. trying to use the wood for biomass because it makes quite a bit. Let's take the 200 that it's already accumulated. Okay, now I can actually make power. There we go. Let's run power out to here. It's going to come out to somewhere right about here because I know it's going to get cut off. Let's go ahead and drop another power pole here. Did I already overload the system? It says 30. Capacity 20. I don't want to run both of those right now. For now, we can just run you. Alright, well I guess this grid is a little too unstable to be having copper production attached to it. Well, we'll just take some of that copper then. Go make it manually. Try and get out of this stage. Because I've got enough concrete now. Have enough ingots. Should have enough ingots. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Let's see. How much wire do we have? Almost enough. Okay, so that's going to be enough for that. Already got enough concrete. Okay, so there's that. Get this up to 100, get the other one up to 100, and then we can get out of hub 6, and that should hopefully put me in phase 1. I wonder if there's more concrete around here. I'm definitely going to need it. I don't have enough. Just a few shy. There we go. Let me guess, you already burned through everything?
Hub upgrade 6. Landing platform hydraulics completed. Freighter landing initialized. Congratulations, you have completed onboarding and achieved the absolute minimum skill level required of a Fix-It pioneer. Fix-It looks forward to your future achievements, because a future with Fix-It is a future with you. Tier 1 and 2 milestones are now available in the hub, and biomass burners can now be built individually. Your first official objective is to initiate project assembly by building the space elevator. This objective will take a significant amount of resources, so Fix-It recommends getting to work.
I'm trying to do that, Ada. I'm trying. let's see. Let's see if I can build a biomass burner right now. Okay, so I need plates, rods, wire. How much of each? 15, 15, 25. Ooh, that's not what I want to do. We'll do 30. I don't have enough. I don't have enough iron in my inventory. And then for wire, need 50. Okay, so at least that part will come pretty quick. I've already got 2, so stop at 48. Biomass is, what, significantly better? I want to say it's significantly better. It's 100. It's 15. It's 180. Yeah, biomass is better. Well, it's better as a collective resource. The main reason why I'm wanting to get biomass burners set up is so I could just toss this stuff into a container and leave it alone. Alright, ooh, that's right, I need plates. Let's go ahead and toss the remaining... no, I'm not gonna do that. I'll toss in 80. Let's get the system powered back on for a minute. Gives me enough to start making plates. This is why, at the very least, I want to have the ingots set up. Okay, let's toss down two biomass burners. Sounds good. Toss one there. Toss one right next to it. We'll need some more plates where I can actually make containers. I'll actually just finish this out with plates. What was that, 50? And then hopefully there should be about another 100 or so ingots that got made. Definitely not. But it'll be enough to get something going. I really, really want to make these plates, but that is not a super great idea at the moment. Oh, I don't have a splitter. Logistics. Okay, we'll just do one for the time being. Go ahead and disconnect that one because it's not in use. Connect that one to the grid. Go ahead, toss those in there. you don't need to be online anymore. Yes, that little bit of extra power would be nice, but these only produce, what was it, 20? These produce like 30 or 35? 30. Same burn time and everything, just you can hook up more for the same amount. So, that means I should be able to hook these two up, right? That way I can, yep, I can get copper production going. And that damn near maxes it out. That's fine, that works. This is the part where I'll start speeding up now. Because now I'm not having to run around and gather all those resources and... I really, really need a splitter. How much concrete do I have on me? Okay, I got 200. Let's go ahead, grab the rest of these ingots, which was not a ton. Ooh, I need 100. This is gonna be the fun part. How many rods do I have? I have enough. Do I want to get another one online? Let's build the foundation for one before I get another one online. This is only going to be here temporarily. So I can get a splitter, which will happen fairly quick. We'll take out a little bit of biomass. Shove some of that in here. The rest of it over here. Actually, let's go ahead and do... Of course I'm missing wire. Why wouldn't I be missing wire? Actually, can I get... I can get a splitter. Cost more stuff. I'm gonna go for this. That way I won't have to worry about my power grid too much. Get that going. I think it's like, what, every 2? So yeah, I need to have that at 200. Yeah. And screws. I'm not gonna enjoy that. Once I get out of this first phase and I build that little foundation, I said that's when this starts taking off. But taking this extra time to kind of let the concrete build up is also going to be a massive help. But having the splitters would also be nice, because then I could set up 2 of them. I can make concrete faster. That'll be the next thing that I work towards. Because being able to get the resources for power and then being able to split it, I feel is better. If only I could just, like, leave this be and go do other things. This would be so nice. I guess then it wouldn't be handcrafting. Got a good little chunk. Yeah, fuck it. Take all of it. So I need 500 screws. I almost have, give or take 80. Oh dear God. Okay. Wanted to overshoot it just a tad. I'm really not looking forward to making reinforced plates. They're not terribly difficult to make. It's just setting up the little chain reaction, the logistics for it in such an early stage kind of sucks. Alright, now we've hit another milestone. Drop, drop. Go do your
Milestone
thing.
reached. Solid biofuel, created from any biomass, ensures maximum efficiency of biomass burners. To aid in biofuel production, the chainsaw allows for the removal of tougher wood and coral foliage. Additionally, your pocket dimension has been inflated to increase inventory size. Inspirational note: will you be the Fix-It Employee of the Month? You could be if you construct, automate, explore, and exploit by
I need
eliminating
5
all obstacles to efficiency.
plates. I need
This
iron.
isn't
Oh
just
my
fun, it's
God.
contractually mandated. Fun.
I don't know if it's constructually mandated. Fun. It doesn't sound like constructually mandated. Fun. At least it's not fun on my end, Ada. Take a walk in my shoes. Alright, so there's enough for that. Okay, because it's not hooked up to the power grid. Okay, that's doing fine. Okay, yes, I already have 100 of those. Now I just need 100 of this. I should have more than enough concrete so I can get into the building phase, which I only need, what, 65? Yeah, 65 more. I've already made that. Should have already made that. Oh lordy, that is moving horrifically slow. That's 4? Yeah, and I only have 3. Can I build another? Nope. I gotta wait for it to come down. That's lame. Right, give me my building materials, Ada.
Milestone reached. Several new structures are now available for improving factory organization. Foundations provide a building grid, which makes it easier to manage placement of any structure. In the event that you are experiencing amnesia for all events prior to planetfall, be reassured that memories of beloved humans and/or animals would have only been distractions from your important mission.
I appreciate it, Ada. I already have enough distractions. Let's finish turning these basic resources into something a little more usable. And I won't have to touch that section again. We could do this one next. Because that will help out a lot for what I'm getting ready to do. I'm getting ready to start building my first foundation. Slowly but surely. Alright, so there's that. I'm gonna need a lot more iron. More iron than that. How many plates do I have? Not very many plates, not very many rods. Build a handful of plates, build a handful of rods. Really don't want to do more handcrafting though. or more handcrafting than what's necessary. I'll finish this off with plates, and then I'll switch over to the wire, because at least the wire, if I need to make cable, I've already got it. And if I ever need it for any more milestones, which I will, I'll have it. How's biomass looking? Still pretty good. Once you have like 2 or 3 of those running, it gets a little dicey. You start really burning through that. I'll go ahead and make rods. Well, I've got a handful of rods. So we can already toss some of that in there. And then let's go see how concrete is doing. Yeah, that is not doing great. So I need to get that splitter. While I'm waiting for some resources to hurry up and get a move on, let's go gather some more wood and whatnot. Please? Please. Thank you. Well, while I'm out doing this, I might as well go see what I can scavenge from that wreckage that's near my, if you want to call it a base. Ah, there it is. Oh wait, the big guy's not over here. Oh, y'all are actually a little bit easier to fight. I say that as I take a mass amount of damage. It's fine. Now that just means I can gather all the loot in peace. Which it appears I have already gathered. There was not a ton here. I don't want to use these. Or at least not yet. Okay, that wasn't really terrible. I thought there was going to be some better stuff there. But it does aid me a little bit. Oh, actually aided me a lot. A lot more than I thought it was going to. Now I need a handful more rods. And that's done.
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to save space and enhance the productivity of your factory. Fixit encourages you to consider investing in verticality when it comes to factory logistics. If you feel stressed by this complexity, imagine yourself on the shore of a vast and calm ocean. Breathe in. Visualize all the people relying on you. The sea is made of billions of faces, each staring at you with hope and tears in their eyes. Breathe out. Feel refreshed and focused on your duties.
I feel very refreshed with that image. Appreciate it. You are such an amazing companion. Yeah, no. Grid is on and running. Okay, cool. Alright, now time to go upgrade this. Because this desperately, desperately needs the upgrade. not have tier 2 belts. Good enough. Okay, sweet. So now that should be flowing at a steady rate. There we go. Love to see it. Okay, guess not. Eventually I'll end up moving that over to here. Solid biofuel. No, I might just stay with the normal biofuel. Because it's 400. Nah. For now, I'll just stay with normal biomass. I'm not going to be stuck on biofuel for very long. It's something I'm going to try and push out. Wait a minute. I can't make the ma'am. Ma'am would be nice. Field research. There we go. There's the ma'am. Assembler. I'll just keep going this route for now. Let's see. Let's do foundations. Before we do foundations, gotta take this guy out because they're in our way. Get all the delicious biomass. Alright, I think over there is the highest point, but right here is fine. I think that's pretty in line. Does that seem about right? Seem okay? Yeah, seems fine. Go this way a little bit more. Is that 10? Oh, I unintentionally made it 10. Cool. Okay, so it takes 50 and 20 per. Now we can get ready to get a factory going. Let's start making some of these. Then we can start making some plates, start putting down some constructors. Really getting a move on this. Because not having this stuff automated is what's slowing this down. I want to get a lot of this simple stuff out of the way. Is 10 gonna be enough? Okay, I will worry about that later. Let's get some of this stuff going right here. Okay, so we're gonna want a plates, rods, screws. I'll move that off to the side a little bit. There we go. And then I will build the basic containers for those. And we're missing rods. Of course we are. Alright, so we are going to have gonna put them at a little bit of an stop trying to snap to that. Oh, fine. Snap to it. Oh, now you want to be glitchy. Fine. You're gonna be the only oddball. Actually, wait. Alright, so let's have you come out. And then how do you... Is that how I want it built? Kinda, not really. Fine, we'll have that one. Then that. We'll do a splitter, which needs plate. Okay, so I just need more plates. I got plenty of iron in my inventory. What am I doing? Just need more plates. That should be plenty of enough to hopefully get this going. Let's go from there to there. And we'll do a split right there. With this. There we go. We'll need power. Going to all of these, which I can just shove that right there. This one is going to go down for a moment. Power line. We'll do a power pole here. And then for now, have them come out of here. And we'll split it. Come on. Have that, put it there. Alright. This will be rods. This will be plates. And you will be screws. Really, really basic automation happening right now. Could hook up another smelter. I could split it off of this. I'll wait. Because once I get tier 2 belts, I'll just have everything that's going into here get piped out. But in the meantime, do I have enough plates? I do still have more plates. Okay. And you can go somewhere kind of like that. And we'll have you feeding out to... I need plates. I already have enough iron in my inventory. What am I doing? I'm just gonna make all of these plates. That seems like that's what I need the most of at the moment. Not really needing a whole lot of rods. It's mostly just plates. We'll bring this up to 60 and then we'll run that down. 60 and then we'll run this down. Biomass still looking good. With 1 ingot. Alright, storage. You'll go somewhere right about there. With you coming over to here, you going to there. Power. How's power doing over here? And then you can just make basic wire. Okay, since you're just making basic wire, you can go there. Screws, rods, plates, and then everything else that I don't really have a use for at the moment. Okay, I'm not really gonna have a lot of uses for that or that. I have enough plates. I don't have enough wire yet. Screws are going to take a minute. Let's see. What else can I do? I will need to get this done at some point. Cable, 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 concrete. Ooh, Mark II with the ladders. Almost done with this. How's concrete looking? Getting nice and stacked on concrete. The 500 that I have should be enough to tide me over for a while. Actually, what is field research giving me? It's giving me MAM and stuff. No, let's go to 2 logistics, because that is actually going to speed up the process of everything. So we are going to need more rods, more plates. Need wire. I need a splitter. Already got a splitter there, but we'll toss a merger. Go ahead and grab that. There, that, there. And then this is what I mean by it doesn't have to look pretty by any means. It just has to function. Okay. The rods are filling up. Let's go ahead and do this instead. With a conveyor belt. Actually, we're going to have a conveyor belt going from here to here. Then we'll go ahead and toss a splitter on this. Come on. And that splitter will feed into the merger. Yeah, because this is making them fast enough, but it's not splitting them up fast enough. Alright, so we got a handful more screws. The rods will start coming in. There's going to be some slight backloggage. Ever so slight. If I was to put in a faster belt here, it wouldn't be as bad. This is not happening fast enough. I know I didn't want to do this initially, but it's taking too long. So as you can tell, I need 50 of those plates. I only got 13. God, do I miss playing with one other person. Actually, I just miss being out of tier 1 and 2. Because once you get out of 2, I think you get into coal power. Right? Does it allow me to see that? Nope. I believe once you get out of tier 2, you get into coal power. Let's make plates. Because I'm making a decent amount of rods at the moment. Close to the amount that we need, but not really. Got some more plates. Really close now. Really close with rods too. $30. That's probably just because of the screws. Guarantee it's just because of screws. Because how many is that per? Yep, it's just screws. How's biofuel looking? Decent. I want to get into the man, but at the same time I don't. And now I know we're short on plates because the number stopped going up. Grab some more screws, not like I really need them. Definitely need the rods that I just used. There we go. Alright, now let's make 50. I remember whenever this PC used to get so friggin' hot. Ever since I upgraded my graphics card, it stopped getting as hot. I guess it put less strain on the CPU, which is nice. Didn't think a 36 was putting that much strain on the CPU, though. It's not like it was a horrible card. Did go to a massive upgrade. Went to a 5070 from a 3060. Both of them are TIs. I think it was like a 6 gig card or an 8 gig card, and I jumped up to, I think it was a 12 gig card. Oh, shit. Oh, there goes all my plates. Alright, well, I only need a couple more rods. I plan on upgrading the entirety of my system here relatively soon-ish. I don't know. That's probably not going to happen until like closer to the end of the year, though, whenever I upgrade it. Normally I would just toss on music or have a video playing whenever this is happening. It's just like, damn, it's taking a while. I do think I have enough power. I do not. I would have to add like one more generator. Never mind. I was gonna say, I think I have enough headroom to add another one to just kind of like do the same thing that I'm currently doing, but I do not. Now, making more plates. At least I'll be almost... no, I'll be just shy of half. Or just at half? I think it said it was 150 something. While that's happening. How many plates do we have? Not enough. There. Getting close. How much wire do we have? For every ingot, 2 wire. Yeah. Yeah, we can go ahead and shut these 2 down. Well, actually, I can keep this one running for a minute. That way I can empty out the copper. Yeah, I can keep this one running for a minute to empty out copper. I don't know. That's alright. Has a decent lime taste to it. Oh man, having those Mark II belts are going to be so nice, but they're going to require reinforced plates. That's the part that's going to suck. But if I leave those resources alone, might have enough. Because I'm going to need a lot of iron plates. So that also means I need to look at upgrading the current power. I'm going to try and do what I can. Concrete will be fine. Copper wires and everything. It might just be something I turn on and off. It might be something I actually use for base power. That way it turns itself off. I'm well past the plate needed. There we go. And let's finish her off. Finally.
Milestone reached. Fix-It would like to remind you of your contractual obligation towards efficiency. Recreational use of belts and lifts does not count towards work hours and will put you on the list. Stay efficient, don't disappoint. Fix-It.
I'm definitely going to need more plates. Not too worried about upgrading the power grid at the moment. Definitely going to need this one. That's right, I can't do it yet because it didn't come in. Could toss another one of these down.
Potential edible collected. Reminder that look and smell alone do not provide sufficient data to determine exact risk of consumption. Just because it looks like you can eat it, does not mean it won't eat you. Store this potential resource for later use.
Okay, that'll work. And then we can do merger and a splitter. It's not super great, but I don't have enough plates. Fuck. Everything needs plates. Everything. Plates are like the cornerstone. There we go. Get wire moving a little bit faster. And just yoink. How is power grid? 60, I'm sitting at 540. Yeah, because this one... it should fill up. I mean, it's not going to have any downtime. At least I don't see it having any downtime. Alright, so plates are getting built at a decent rate now. Yep, I've almost maxed out the power grid. This is flowing pretty nicely now. Yep, there it goes. Pressing now it's going to start having a little gap. And to be fair, this isn't exactly meant to feed 3. But we can help out the system a little bit. Make sure it's running in tip-top shape at the moment. Because plate production and everything else is key. Speaking of plate production, we go. Now we need plates. Which, I mean, that's not going to get me close enough, but it'll help. I'm sure I've already got like a good amount of concrete by now. There we go. I just don't want to exhaust my resources for that. Well, these aren't slowing down, they just can't quite keep up. Is this slowed down any? Nope, it stayed at 100. Alrighty. Still nowhere near enough plates. No production. Yeah, production's going up. Steadily. Does this get us out? No, it does not.
Milestone reached. The assembler can produce more complex parts, including the first project part, smart plating, which is crucial for initiating project assembly. Project parts must be delivered to the space elevator. By completing your contracted duties as part of project assembly, you will definitely be helping achieve Fix-It Company goals without any other ulterior motive. Note: humans cannot craft project parts. Do not worry about your inadequate crafting skill when compared to an assembler. Fixit cherishes your innate human abilities, such as walking, striking objects, and commodifying natural resources.
Walking, striking objects. Love it. Love that I'm just a cog in the machine, Ada. So nice. Alrighty. Well, that's about all I'm going to do for today. I will pick this up. Not next week, but the week after. It'll either be this or it'll be ready or not. Alrighty. See y'all next time. Well, if I can